Hey everybody, Ellie here, Blanking Mars Union Cross. We're back in the Hades Cup, revisiting round 6 with Mrs. Insolent. Some of you guys have said that you were stuck on this round. Maybe your pull luck isn't the best when it comes to EX medals, or you haven't been ranking high enough to grab high score challenge medals. But even if that's the case, we still have other options. I have here a Starlight setup for you guys. Hopefully everyone is still farming the multiplayer medals, like this HPO, of course, with double cast. And then we have regular Bell, nothing fancy here. The very old illustrated Kairi, Yakusoku Dayo. I have double cast on mine, but it's not necessary for this build. And this is Sora and Friends, second anniversary version. Also farmed a double cast for this. And then just a nominate in the last slot. That's really what's important here. We have all our defensive medals that we can farm from multiplayer, and then a copy forward medal in the very last slot to help us deal the significant damage. And the last slot copy medal has just gotten a lot better these days with all these foretellers coming out. Even if you're not pulling them yourself, we can copy a friend, and we have some choices here. Now, I'm going to pick Ava here because she also has a defensive buff unlike the other foretellers. Especially because my Bell here only has second chance 1 with a low proc rate, so that'll help us keep going nice and steady. But I think if you have a second chance 2 or second chance 3 somewhere in these medals, then your options are kind of expanded. You can open up and grab something like a Sora and Riku, or maybe a Gula. Feel free to play around with that, but an Ava is kind of the slow and steady kind of bet. I'll show you guys how that works. Now, the order of medals in this setup is important. The double cast HPO I put in first, not just because it's on color, but it's going to help us activate the buffs on these barrier masters. So unlike the first time I ran this where we were denying buffs, we're purposely giving buffs so we can take them away. So that's what Bell does, and from here, I'll just activate one cast of my Kairi. It's okay if we hit the Mrs. Insolent because our defenses are going to be pretty great by the end of our turn. So we're not too worried about having her counter go down. You can see that's kind of barely a tickle. The first time I got KO'd by that, but we have enough defenses up, 2 tiers of general and 6 tiers of PSM, and we'll just kind of keep going on the second turn. And now even the first slot HPO without buffs is doing damage. Of course, that's because of the Nominate and Ava rolling over general defense and PSM down. And we got to be careful here. Bell has done her job. We don't want to activate her again for the rest of the fight. We're going to waste all these debuffs that we've placed on her if we accidentally activate. We'll do one activation of Kairi. Even the counterattack doesn't really hurt that much. And we'll just keep going. Yeah, Sora and Friends, even with no skill, it's still hitting 6 figures. And from here, we just need one more turn. Again, we'll tap with the Bell. There is a little bit of RNG in here, tiny bit if you get hit with a paralysis and it skips your medals, but we have enough defenses anyway to go 4 or 5 turns if necessary. Okay, there you have it, Mrs. Insolent down, round 6 of the new Hades Cup. Thank you guys so much for watching, take care, I'll see you next time.